Today's video is a basic guide to chinchillas. They're adorable small animals. Their average lifespan is 15 years, so that's quite a lot more than most rodents. They're social animals, so like to live in pairs, but they can live alone given the right environment. The first thing you need is a cage for them. The minimum size cage you should give them is 90 centimeters by 45 by 60 high, for a single or a pair. But if you can give a little bit more space, then definitely do. One of the biggest considerations is making sure that the cage does not have any plastic shelves, as plastic is very dangerous to chinchillas. Next, we need to consider what to put in the cage. Chinchillas are cave-dwelling animals that naturally like to hop from surface to surface, so an absolute must is a good amount of wooden ledges and shelves for them to hop between. Not all wood is safe, so always go for kiln-dried pine. Other possible accessories include chew toys, fleece hammocks and fleece beds. I recommend only using glass water bottles and heavy ceramic bowls for their food. Lastly, chinchillas need a sand bath to help keep their fur nice and clean and healthy, but this should only be given to them twice a week to stop them overusing. Things that are not safe for chinchillas include ropes, plastic of any kind, and any soft materials that are not made of fleece. The last thing to consider for their setup is the substrate. As they're prolific chewers, there are only a few options for them. They can have a disposable bedding of some kind of wood shavings, or the reusable option of fleece liners. Paper-based bedding is not safe for chinchillas. Chinchillas' diets are made up mostly of hay, which is very important both for fibre and for keeping their constantly growing molar teeth ground down. Hay should be available to them 24/7. As well as this, chinchillas need a good quality pellet to give them all of the nutrients that they need. Aside from this, there are very few foods or treats that chinchillas can actually have. Because of how they've evolved, chinchillas cannot digest fresh food of any kind. They should never be given any fruit or veg. There are a few good dry treats that they can have, including dried herbs, dried rose petals, or apple twigs. The last thing that's essential to mention is temperature. Chinchillas are from high in the Andes Mountains, which is why they have one of the densest furs in the world. In the wild, they would experience temperatures of pretty steadily 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. Because of this, chinchillas have a very hard time tolerating any temperature above about 21. As crazy as it sounds to those of us in the UK, our summers can be so hot for them that it risks serious illness or can even prove fatal. Chinchillas can suffer from heat stroke easily. So, an essential item for any chinchilla owner, if your house gets above 21 degrees, is a portable air conditioner. It has to be the type with a hose leading to outside for it to work. As this is a pricey item, it's quite important to consider this before committing to getting chinchillas. That's the last of the basics covered and everything you need to get started. Just to mention that chinchillas do need to see exotic specialist vets when they're unwell, so it's always worth keeping some money set aside for that just in case. I hope this information's all been useful and enjoy your chinnies.